Okay, class 7 students, the first topic from the chapter Wind, Storms and Cyclones is air exerts pressure. So we'll discuss air exerts pressure in this video today. Okay, so let's begin then. Air exerts pressure. First of all, pressure. What do you understand by pressure? See, pressure actually is defined as force acting on a unit area. Force acting on an area is known as pressure. Okay, force acting on an area is known as pressure, or simply we can call it as continuous. When continuous physical forces acting on an object or against the object by something in contact with it, then it is called as pressure. So air exerts pressure, but air exerts pressure in different ways under different situations. Okay, then what are the situations? Let us say take the example like say consider a container like say balloon. Okay, balloon, then a bicycle tube or say bicycle tire. Okay, so when air is enclosed in these containers, then the air will exert pressure on the walls of this container. Okay, then the air which is present in the atmosphere also exerts pressure on us, and that pressure is known as atmospheric pressure. Do you know this? The air which is present in the atmosphere exerts pressure, and that pressure is known as what? Atmospheric pressure. Similarly, the moving air is called wind, and wind also exerts pressure. Okay, so depending on the situations, air exerts pressure in different ways. Now, what is air? First of all, air is a mixture of gases. In the introductory part of this lesson only we have discussed that air contains number of gases. Okay, it is a mixture of gas like say nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Okay, but air is itself made up of tiny particles which are known as molecules. Okay, air is itself made up of tiny particles called molecules which move around in all the directions. And this moving air molecules or say gas molecules, these are so small that we cannot see them. Because because air, can we see air or what? No, we cannot see air. Then how can we see these air particles or say air molecules? Because these are very small. Okay, so we cannot even see them. So there is an activity that is say air exerts pressure. Okay, there is an activity, activity 8.1, to it will help you to understand how air exerts pressure. So in this activity, what has been taken here, what the materials, some of the materials are taken, that is you need to take a tin can with a lid. Okay, and you have to fill the tin can with with water, approximately half with water, and then you have to heat the tin can which is containing water on a candle flame till the water boils. Let the water boils for a few minutes. Okay, in this figure you see, yes, in figure 8.2. Okay, in the first figure here you see, in this tin can water has been taken, and then the water is allowed to boil. Blow out the candle after a few minutes, after when the water gets boiled, blow out the candle, and immediately put the lid tightly on the can. Remember, when the water gets boiled, when you have blown out the candle, then you have to place the lid over the tin can. You have to cover it, okay, tightly, very tightly. Be careful in handling the hot can, and put the can carefully in a shallow metallic vessel or a wash basin. If a basin is there nearby, or if an empty area is there, then you have to place the hot tin can there in a small area. Then you have to add the fresh water or say cold water to the hot tin can which is containing the hot water, boiled water. Now you see what is the shape. The shape of the tin can gets distorted, or we can say that shape of the tin can, hot tin can, gets crushed. Okay, it got crushed, right? In this figure only we can see, we can identify. Okay, so can you guess why the shape of the can gets distorted? Can you guess it? Okay, yes, First of all, you see what actually happened here. See, when the water is boiling, when the water is getting boiled in this tin can, okay, it did not got distorted, or it did not got crushed. Okay, why? First of all, it did not got crushed because you are boiling the water, right? In that process, the tin can does not got crushed. Why? Because you see, when the water is boiling in this tin can, then there will be a formation of steam. There will be a formation of what? Steam. Okay, steam will be formed inside the tin can because water is boiling, right? Then there will be a formation of steam, and this steam has pressure which acts from inside. This steam has pressure which acts from inside around all the directions. Okay, and the pressure of this steam will get balanced by the atmospheric pressure which is acting from outside. Are you getting it? See, again I am repeating it to you. Water is getting boiled inside the tin can, then there will be a formation of steam, and this steam has pressure which acts in all the direction from inside. Okay, inside the tin can only there will be formation of steam, and this steam will create a pressure which acts on all the direction of the tin can from inside, and the steam pressure will get balanced by the atmospheric pressure which is acting from outside. Okay, from outside, what is exerting? Atmospheric pressure, because air exerts pressure from, right? Air exerts pressure, and the atmosphere which contains air will exert pressure, and that pressure is known as atmospheric pressure, and this atmospheric pressure is acting from outside, and this balances the steam pressure. Okay, so that is why initially when the water is getting boiled here, the tin did not got crushed. Okay, but as soon as when you added cold water, or when you poured cold water over this hot can, okay, over this hot tin can, then the shape of this tin can got distorted. And why did this happen? See, when did you place cold water? After closing this lid, right? After putting the lid tightly, then you have added cold water on this tin can, right? So when the mouth of the tin can is closed by putting the lid tightly, okay, then after that only you have added cold water. So after adding this cold water, the hot steam which is present inside the tin can got cooled. Okay, the hot tin can got cooled. This got cooled. Okay, then steam also got cooled. Then when the steam got cooled, it got condensed. It got what? Condensed. Okay, it got condensed, and then there will be formation of water and water vapor. There will be formation of water and water vapor inside the tin can. Again I am repeating to you. See, when you placed lid over the tin can tightly, and then only you have added cold water, then the hot steam which is present inside, it got cold, and there will be a formation of water. Why? Because the steam got condensed, then there will be formation of water. Okay, condensation means you understand by the term this condensation. Condensation means what? It is the process in which the hot vapors will be converted into water, okay, by cooling. Clear? So here also the hot steam got cooled by adding cooling water, then the hot steam has converted into water and water vapor, okay, which is at very low pressure. pressure is very low. Okay. So thus on cooling the hot tin can, the pressure which is inside the tin got decreased, and it could not balance the air pressure. That means it could not balance the atmospheric pressure from outside. Okay, it could not balance the atmospheric pressure from outside. That means here the atmospheric pressure is larger now than the steam pressure. Okay, why is it is larger than the steam pressure? Because the steam got converted into water. Okay, that is why the atmospheric pressure now will be larger here. Okay, so the steam pressure could not balance the large atmospheric pressure which is acting on the tin from outside. So this large atmospheric pressure which is acting from outside the tin crushes the tin. Okay, so this activity shows that what air exerts pressure around us. Clear? This thing has been explained in this paragraph. It is explained in this paragraph. Okay, in this paragraph it has explained. I will repeat it to you again. So if you cannot get a tin can, take a soft plastic bottle, fill it with hot water, empty the bottle and immediately cap it tightly. Place the bottle under running water, then you see what will happen. Again, the shape of this bottle will get distorted. Recall now some of your experiences. When you fly a kite, does the wind coming from your back help? You understood the question? When you fly a kite, does the wind coming from your back help? Yes, it helps. Why? Because the wind which is coming from our backside, it will strike the kite and exerts pressure on the kite to make it fly higher and higher. Okay. Similarly, if you are in a boat, is it easier to row it if there is wind coming from behind you? While rowing a boat in the lake, suppose, we find it easier, right? We find it easier to row the boat forward if the wind is coming from behind us. This is because the blowing wind exerts pressure on the boat and also on the person who is sitting in the boat. So this blowing wind will exert pressure in the direction of their motion. Okay, in the direction of the motion of the boat, and it helps it to move forward. Clear? Do you find it difficult to ride a bicycle against the direction of the wind? See, while riding a bicycle, we find it very easy to move the bicycle forward if the wind is coming from our backside. Okay, it is easier to ride a bicycle in the direction of the blowing wind, because the blowing wind exerts a force, or say exerts a pressure on us in the same direction in which our bicycle is moving, and makes our bicycle move faster. Okay, you know that we have to fill air into the bicycle tube to keep it tight. Also, you know that a bicycle tube overfilled with air may burst. What is the air doing inside the tube? You understood the question? If you fill the bicycle tire or bicycle tube with air, okay, then if it gets overfilled, the tube may get burst, right? So what is the air doing inside the tube? Okay, so when we fill the air into the bicycle tube, then the air molecules inside the tube collide with the walls of the tube and exert air pressure. Suppose let us take suppose if I draw it like this. Okay, if I draw the bicycle tube to be like this, circular in shape, then if the air molecules are there, small air molecules are there, okay, these air molecules will collide with each other and with the walls of the container, or with the walls of the bicycle tube. So in doing so, the air molecules inside the tube collide with the walls of the tube and they will exert pressure. Okay, they will exert pressure on the walls of the bicycle tube, and this air pressure exerted from inside inflates the bicycle tube. Okay, so it is this pressure exerted by air fills, which is filled in the bicycle tube, keeps the bicycle tube tight, and this bicycle tire will feel hard. Okay, so this discuss with your friends how the air in the bicycle tube keeps it in shape. Understood this part? So all these experiences show that the air exerts pressure, and it is due to this pressure that the leaves of trees, banners or flags flutter when the wind is blowing. You can list some more experiences which show that the air has pressure. Understood? So let us now try to explain why the can or the bottle gets distorted. Okay, as water is poured over the can, okay, that means cold water. When the cold water is poured over the can, over the hot can, then some steam in the can condenses into water, reducing the amount of air inside. Understood? If the cold water is poured over this hot tin can, okay, initially there was a formation of steam, right? The steam which is present inside the tin can, it will condenses and forms water. Thus the pressure or say the pressure of air inside the can decreases. Okay, that means steam pressure decreases. Why? Because steam is converted into water, right? Steam is converted into water, so after steam forms water, the pressure inside the tin can decreases, the steam pressure decreases. Okay, the pressure of the air inside the can decreases, then the pressure exerted by the air from outside the can. And as you know that air is already exerting pressure from outside. That pressure is known as what? Atmospheric pressure. So if the steam pressure is decreased inside the can, and then the atmospheric pressure will be larger, right? There will be no balancing. Okay, there is no balance between the atmospheric pressure and the steam pressure. Okay, so that means atmospheric pressure is larger in this time, or in this case. That is why as a result the can gets decompressed. Okay, why? Because the atmospheric pressure is larger in this case. Okay, why? Because the steam pressure got decreased. Understood? So this activity again confirms that air exerts pressure. Clear? You have understood some of the examples, the description of some of these examples that air exerts pressure. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day. The next video will discuss the next topic, that is high speed winds are accompanied by reduced air pressure. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day again.